Aqualad! You'll regret this!
I believe I have outgrown the name Aqualad, as well as anything resembling regret.
In the DC animated TV show Young Justice, there is a character called Aqualad, real name Calderon. He is the sidekick to Aquaman and the leader of the Young Justice team, and this is a video of all his powers and abilities. Being an Atlantean, Aqualad of course has the ability to breathe underwater. All Atlanteans can do this, even if they do not have visible gills, as most of the citizens of Poseidonis do not. Poseidonis is of course the capital city of Atlantis. But in the town where Aqualad is from, Kinesis, it is common for citizens to have gills, which Aqualad does. He also has webbed hands and feet which help him to swim. Aqualad is not a pure Atlantean, but rather a half Atlantean with an Atlantean mother and a human father, the same as Aquaman. Aqualad always believed that his father was Calvin Durham, a human who was at one point a henchman for Black Manta, and genetically altered to be able to live underwater. And although Calvin Durham did help to raise Aqualad, his biological father was later revealed to be Black Manta.
Father, congratulations, son. You did well. I don't suppose Aquaman died in the explosion. Unlikely. Pity.
Aqualad's skin is denser than normal humans, giving him semi-invulnerability, meaning that his skin is not able to stop a bullet, but it can withstand a great deal of force, including most knives, though it is not strong enough to stop sharp katanas.
Atlantean skin is quite dense.
And my shuriken are quite poisonous.
He also has partial immunity to toxins and poisons of sea creatures, such as jellyfish toxin.
Poison slowing you down?
Jellyfish toxin. I'm largely immune.
Largely.
Though this immunity can be overcome if he is subjected to enough of the toxin.
Let's test the limit of your jellyfish immunity, shall we? There, limit tested.
Again, as an Atlantean, his muscle structure is denser than a normal human's, making him stronger than a normal human and giving him super strength. That is not on the same level as Superboy, but it does allow him to hold his own in a fight with Superboy. And in the DC comics, Black Manta does at one point say that Aquaman's strength is roughly 8 times that of a normal human being. Though it's never actually stated in Young Justice just how strong Aqualad is, this does seem like a good guide of his strength based on the feats of strength that Aqualad does throughout the show.
Enough!
Atlanteans also have resistance to low temperatures and the effects of freezing, allowing Aqualad to walk around in freezing temperatures without protective clothes and be fine, though this could severely hurt a normal human. Although he is resistant to these low temperatures, he is susceptible to high temperatures that can be potentially fatal. Basically, he doesn't like the heat, much like Miss Martian.
Hey, inches above sizzling death, I'm entitled to speak my mind!
My physiology and Megans are susceptible to extreme heat. We must climb out quickly.
He also has combat training. He started his training at the age of 12 when he entered the Atlantean military for his compulsory service. This means he is expertly skilled in hand-to-hand combat. And after 2 years of training with the military, at the age of 14, he transferred to the Conservatory of Sorcery, where he learnt Atlantean sorcery under Queen Myrrah and was given the eel tattoos on his arms. These tattoos allow him to generate mystical lightning. This can be used offensively to shock an enemy, though this has to be done in direct physical contact.
I was not certain that would work, but it seems Beetle is indeed vulnerable to mystic energy.
And Aqualad cannot shoot or blast lightning from his hands to hit an enemy, though he can conduct it through water to attack his enemies. He also has hydrokinesis that allows him to manipulate any nearby water. He cannot generate water on his own, he actually carries water in his backpack that he can solidify at will to form solid objects, such as swords, maces and shields. These are quite strong and can even slice through metal. But he is able to manipulate all the water around him. The exact amount is never made clear, but in certain situations he can manipulate quite a large quantity. The tattoos on his arms are always visible. Now, this is because he didn't finish his sorcery training. Aqualad left his sorcery training after helping to rescue Aquaman from his enemy Ocean Master.
Impressed with their valor, Aquaman offered both young heroes the opportunity to be his protege. Guard chose to continue his studies at the Conservatory of Sorcery, but the brave Calder accepted his king's offer and became Aqualad!
And the reason this kept his tattoos visible was because he was at a low level of sorcery, whereas a higher level sorcerer's tattoos are hidden and only visible when they're using Atlantean sorcery, such as Green Mirror. Atlantean sorcery seems to be aimed at either mimicking abilities of the ocean life, such as the eel's ability to generate electricity, Aqualad's case, and towards manipulating water, but does not seem to go so far as to have any other mystical applications, meaning Aqualad may be able to generate lightning and he may have control of water, but he doesn't seem able to cast any magic spells like others in the DC universe do.
You are not the only one trained in the mystic arts, Wotan.
Please, Atlantean, do not pretend you are in my league.
Though it is possible that with more training he would be able to do this. These are the extent of his powers at the moment, but obviously they will grow stronger with time. He also has equipment he uses in fighting. In the first season, his superhero uniform was able to turn black to become more stealthy, and he has his backpack which holds his water supply and water bearers. He also has a white uniform to use when he's on a white background, such as the North Pole. In the second season, when Aqualad goes undercover in Black Manta's organisation, he gains new equipment. All of Black Manta's troopers have the same black armour, but as a lieutenant and biological son of Black Manta, Aqualad has a modified version of the armour that is pretty much the same as Black Manta's. The uniform is waterproof, with room on the gloves for Aqualad's webbed hands, though of course being waterproof is somewhat irrelevant for Aqualad as underwater is his natural environment. He still wears his water bearers and backpack, but now he also has a built-in missile launcher in his uniform, and his helmet's eyes shoot a deadly red laser blast. It is worth noting that although Aqualad has powers, he is technically speaking not a metahuman, as his powers and abilities are based on training and sorcery, so it is possible that he could develop new superpowers if he carries the metagene, just like Lagoon Boy can.
But Lagan already has powers. He is Atlantean, hardly an average human.
Ah, but his powers are based on training in sorcery. Beyond that, he is an average Atlantean, is he not?
And that is all of Aqualad's powers, abilities, and uniform equipment. What do you think of Aqualad? Is there anything you think I missed? Be sure to let us know in the comments, as well as what you want to happen with Aqualad in the third season of Young Justice. And as always, thanks for watching, and feel free to subscribe, share, like, and comment.